So do you have the time to do everything that you want to do? Do you have the time to travel around the world and to study all the technologies that you want to study? Do you have the time to do everything you want? Time is one question that I get a lot. Every time people say, oh, I can't move my career forward because I don't have the time. I can't, learn the things that I want because I don't have the time. I can't, spend my time with my family because I don't have the time, right? And, I'm here at this amazing airport here in Dubai. I'm on my way to Tokyo, Japan, where I'm going to be part of the Java Community Process Executive Committee meeting. And, actually, I think this plane right there in the background is the plane that's going to take me to Japan in a couple of hours. And so I'm here waiting, right? Waiting for the plane to depart and waiting for things to happen. And that's a perfect time to think about time, right? And the truth is that, time is a big excuse. And the reason why I say the time is a big excuse is because no one has the time. Do you think that Josh Long has the time to go, to get those long flights across the world so he can go everywhere he goes? Do you think that, Venkat Subramanian, it's like he has nothing else to do, so that's why he takes time off to be on a plane and travel around the place? No one has the time, right? And because no one has the time, it means that the people that take time to do things are the ones that choose to do those things. And I think this is the most important thing of all, right? Time is a question about choosing what is that you're gonna do, the things that you need to focus on, the things that are important for you, right? And then a lot of people tell me, but Bruno, you know what? I don't have the time because my boss doesn't give me the time, right? Well, you are the one that should decide the things that you have to do, the things that are important for you. And it's not, if you're going to be waiting for people to give you time to do things, right? That's one thing that we all have in constants, that everyone has 24 hours a day, right? So what you do with your time, it's important, right? It's a decision, it's a choice. And then you say, but Bruno, there's so many people that don't have that choice, right? Because they have to work, right? They have to make ends meet and all of that. And yes, that's true, right? But then there's a second thing that I want to talk about time that I think is important. It is that a lot of time we say that we don't have the time because we do half-baked things, right? It's like, yeah, we don't have the time to spend several hours in an airplane, right? I don't have, right? It's a 28-hour flight from Brazil to Tokyo, right? Well, it's like a long flight. And who has the time to be in the airplane for that long, right? And so, but what it's not only about taking a decision what you're going to do with the time, it's actually using the time well, right? A lot of people, you do, like, for example, you don't have the time, so you're tired, you get so tired that you don't have the time to rest, you don't have the time to do anything, and then what are you going to do? You're going to sit down on the TV to watch Netflix, right? Well, I like to watch Netflix too. But when you sit down to watch Netflix, it should be a choice. You should decide, I'm gonna sit down now and I'm gonna rest by watching Netflix or read a book or just swimming in the pool or just walking around or sleeping. Well, I don't know, it doesn't matter, right? You decide you're gonna take that time off and take the time off, right? Forget your cell phone, forget your work, forget whatever you're doing. Don't blame yourself for taking time off, right? Decide it. Make good use of the time instead of kind of being, trying to do 10 things at the same time. And that's the same thing for you to learn, right? People say, I don't have the time to learn new stuff. But you know what? 15 minutes a day can completely change your life, right? 15 minutes a day that you're doing something, that you're learning something, that experimenting with something can completely change your life. But for that, you have to decide, I'm gonna take those 15 minutes and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna focus on it instead of being, I'm gonna do a little bit and then I'm gonna read Facebook and then I'm gonna tweet or something. I'm gonna do lots of different things. Just spend, take 15 minutes and don't spend all that time just learning, right? You got to spend that time doing it. The difference in your life is going to be made by the things that you do, not the things that you learn, the things that you do. So that means that you have to sit down at some point and say, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this project. I'm gonna do a little code here. I'm gonna do this blog post. I'm gonna do, focus on something that you can do, not something that you can just learn. All right. So time, it is an excuse because no one has the time, and because we spend so much time, we throw away so much time. That is amazing how much time we actually have. Right. 15 minutes a day makes a huge difference. If you can do 15 minutes in the morning, if you can do 15 minutes in the afternoon, that by itself is going to be a huge, huge difference for you in your life. But take those 15 minutes, kind of go outside of your comfort zone. Force yourself to do more and more and more, right? To do, to not do the things you already know how to do the things you don't know how to do, that you've never done in the past, right? And anytime that you have some extra time, do something, right? Instead of sitting for 28 hours in the plane, go do something. Decide, I'm gonna sleep, or I'm gonna watch a movie that I wanted to watch in the past, or I'm gonna sit down and write an article, right? Or you can do like I did, like I sent a couple of proposals while I was on the plane, right? Or you can, if you're stranded in the airport and waiting, you can decide to do something. Maybe you can decide to share what you know with other people, right? So use time is not something that we manage. Time is something that we use. So if you use time consciously, what's going to happen is that you're going to find out that yes, you don't have the time to do everything, but you're always going to find the time to do the things that you want to do, the things that are important for you. So decide wisely and make that and work, use your time on the things that are important for you. And then once you do this, you're not going to be complaining that you don't have time anymore. Okay? So I'll see you on a series of videos during this trip, and I'll be answering questions about your career. And so if you have any questions, you can go here on the comments below and ask whatever you want. I'm going to help you move forward with your developer career.